Patriot offense. Tony Collins and Mark Van Eegen are the backs. Stanley Morgan, dangerous as always. Lynn Dawson, the new starting tight end, and Cedric Jones, the other wide receiver. And the offensive line with John Hanna and the talk of retirement behind him, signed to a new contract. Bob Kreider replacing Shelby Jordan at right tackle. Jordan dealt to the Raiders for a 4th-round draft choice in 1985. Morgan in motion on the first play from scrimmage. Collins will carry. And he wedges out for about 6. Collins had 76 yards last week in a good performance against Miami.
5-yard gain on the play.
There's the sack exchange. Abdul Salam, of course, is out. Joe Klecko trying to come back from the injured knee sustained here last year in the game before the strike. He's at about 85–90%. Woodring has played so well that he's replaced Blinka as the starting middle linebacker. Mel and Buttle outside. Second down 5. Collins again, leaving them with 3rd and short yardage. As 3rd down and 2, and Collins has it. A flag flies as Collins goes down. Kurt Warner had 128 yards for the Seahawks last week, and as a team, Seattle went over 200 yards on the ground in their 17-10 victory at Shea Stadium. Tony Collins, the 3rd-year man from East Carolina, for short yardage on 1st down.
Bob, NFL coaches are great copycats. They will admit to that. And when a team discovers a weakness in next week's opponent, then you try to take advantage of it as best you possibly can. Make them stop you before you go away from what you think will work best. Last week's yardage gain by Kurt Warner was the first 100-yard rushing game that the Jets had given up since the opening game of the 1982 season. Andre Franklin of the Miami Dolphins.
On 2nd and 8, the give is to Collins. Some blockers in front of him, and Collins pulls through the hole and won't stop until he's got 6.
No flags. Touchdown, New England. New England is able to cave in the right side. Good block by the tight end. That leaves Ken Troy, 48, out there almost by himself. And Collins, even though a very durable and tough runner, good speed out of East Carolina. Now wearing the gloves, as he characteristically has done over the last couple of years. He used lightning in a bottle. And now the Jets, they did not want this to happen. 38-yard run for a touchdown. And you can't give a team that you're better than life, which they have just done for the New England Patriots.
For Collins, his first touchdown of the year. John Smith for the extra point. Out of the hold of 1st-round draft choice Tony Eason. It's perfect. There's Tony Collins, who scored the touchdown a moment ago on a 38-yard run. Collins and Van Eegen the backs on 1st down from the New England 24. Collins, who scored the touchdown the last time, gets 5. Back with the Patriots' 2nd down play in a minute, but first, let's go to New York.
Thank you, Bob Costas. Moments ago in Washington, Nick Lowry for Kansas City from 58 yards away, and he's got it. 3-0 Kansas City over Washington. Quite a kick. Back to you, Bob.
Whoa, shades of Tom Dempsey Trump.
58 yards.
Again on 2nd down, and he's out across the 35 with 1st down yardage.
Bob, 2nd possession by the New England Patriots, and the thing they're doing so very well is not turning the 2nd down into 1st down, but that 1st down yardage. They had 2nd and 4 in their opening drive. They had 2nd and 1. Collins already has 60 yards rushing on 6 carries.
1st and goal, New England. Celebrate. The Pats are having a field day, up in the first quarter.
To show you the dominance, the New England Patriots have now had the ball for 18 offensive plays. The Jets just 3. Excellent block by Van Egan on Ken Troy, kicking out, sweep up underneath. A picture-perfect sweep. Collins on the score. You see right in back of him, 87 and 76. Dawson and Holloway absolutely sealing the corner. Klecko inside, the linebacker inside. That's the way the offensive coaches draw it up. 6 points.
Collins. First down and then some. He's into Jet territory to the 39-yard line. 22 yards for Collins, who might go over 100 in the first half alone.
Credit to Mark Van Egan, a great block on the outside linebacker of the New York Jets. He absolutely folded Bob Crable. And also, Bob Kreider, right tackle, did an excellent job on Mark Gastineau. And the New England Patriots have had an awful lot of runs.
3 run up today. Grogan has hit on 4 out of 4 for 60 yards. Collins. The first hole was closed. He tried to take it outside, but they stop him about 4 yards short of what he needed for the first, with Lance Mell making initial contact.
They're doing a great job of capturing the corner of that defense.
Collins. A yard, maybe 2 this time. He's over 100 yards with this carry. And finally out of bounds at about the 20-yard line of the Jets. Knocked out by Jerry Holmes.
Right up the middle of the New York Jet defense. Let's watch it from behind. Great block by Hanna. Collins, a good read, and then for a guy of his strength, he has outstanding speed once he gets to the outside. 47 makes an attempt at the tackle. That's Jerry Holmes, but not until Collins picks up 32 yards.
The difference now is a 44-yard field goal by John Smith. Each team has a couple of touchdowns, and each has missed an extra point. Collins adds a couple of yards to his total, which was at 126 before that carry, and that'll wind up the first half.
Let me make this comment. The New York Jets in a 34 defense, Joe Klecko was on the nose, not playing defensive end. They had Kenny Neal on one side. They had Gastineau on the other side. Joe Klecko playing the nose.
Patriots scored the first 2 times they had the ball. They scored touchdowns. They added a field goal a couple of possessions later. Here's the first TD on a Tony Collins run.
39 yards, opening drive, certainly an emotion lifter for the New England Patriots, and they were very efficient in the first half. Second drive, Tony Collins, 13 yards and a touchdown, and Smith missed the extra point. At that point, it was 13-0.
Here are the numbers from the first 30 minutes of football. Look at the difference in yards rushing, and Tony Collins has almost 130 of that for New England. You mentioned that you thought the Jets, who moved the ball well on the 2-minute drill toward the end of the half, might open with it here in the third quarter.
Yeah, look.
Collins darts into Jet territory at the 48 before Bob Crable stops him.
Let me carry a little bit further on this Joe Klecko situation. He has in the past played defensive tackle for the New York Jets, but he has done so when the Jet coaches felt that there was a particular mismatch and Klecko could get to the quarterback. Because of his knee and because of his it's not timidness, but just the psychology of playing defensive end, I think is a very, very smart move. He is one of the strongest players in the NFL, and he can hold his own at their defensive tackle.
Collins breaks the tackle. 35, 30, 28-yard line. 200-yard day is a possibility for this kid.
21 yards on that run. Ken Troy, strong safety, finally makes the tackle. Watch him once again get the corner. Good block on Lance Mell. He can't quite stop Tony Collins. Excellent blocking downfield by Stanley Morgan. and 21 yards. Very quick. Watch the bottom of the screen. Good job by Hanna. Excellent job by Van Egan. A great up-front block by Van Egan. Springs Collins once again. 153 yards rushing on 14 carries.
Double wide receiver right, New England. Collins. Flag goes down, and so does Collins, just shy of the 20. Leading by 3. Collins darts up the middle for close to 5 yards.
Defense now certainly at a disadvantage. 2nd and 4.
Collins trying to turn the corner, and does. Tony Collins on his way to the finest game of his career. He once had a game where he rushed for a bit better than 160 yards. This is his 3rd NFL season out of East Carolina. 2nd and 21 now. On the draw play. It's Collins. Tony Collins. Touchdown.
Unofficially 192 yards rushing for Tony Collins. A draw play. Great blocking up front by the New England Patriots. And then it's a foot race. And he wins.
In November of last year, Collins had a 161-yard game against Houston. He's on his way to 200 today with 192 and 3 touchdowns. Smith for the 23rd point, and he punches it through.
Wow.
Tony Collins might as well claim a game ball right now. That's right, 23-13. 43th single-game rushing record is held by Jim Nance, I would guess sometime mid to late 60s, at 208 on one occasion. Spins out across the 35. They're looking at 1 and 2 unless a miracle happens here. Collins is looking at 200 yards. He's awfully close to it. We had him unofficially at 195 before that carry, which was good for 2 or 3.
Now let me ask you a question here. Why would the New York Jets punt the ball to the New England Patriots when they've been able to run the ball all day long? They now have about 288 yards rushing. Collins with 197 now. Whoa, Pittsburgh pointed on Houston, 33-7.
The Oilers will go to 0-3, and they did it in front of the home folks. Buffalo now is playing the lead at home against Baltimore. He's over 200 yards with that carry, and he has a first down for New England.
Heading towards 208, which is the Patriot rushing record held by Jim Nance, as you said earlier.
3:42 and clicking now.
All day long, this game is one up front. You'll watch Kreider, 75, Gastineau, 99. Turns him outside rather easily. Van Egan first through the hole with a good block on the linebacker. And Collins another first down for the Patriots.
Less than 3:20 remaining after they snap this. Collins.
I would think they'll give him the ball every single time. Why not?
Well, the only reason possibly why not. He's not the biggest back in the world, by no means frail at 200 pounds and 5'11", but you risk having him beaten up a bit. 49ers with a comfortable lead, it would seem, over the Cardinals.
Collins comes out of the ball game. got to give him a chance for the record. They really should. Someone.
We'll get the 2-minute warning before the next play.
Here comes Collins again. Give him the ball. Let him get the record. This is a day New England fans and offensive linemen for the New England Patriots will not soon forget.
Officially, Collins, 21 carries, 205 yards, 3 back with the Patriot team record. Here he is.
That's the 45th rush by the New England Patriots today. 300 and it's going to be about 25 or 20. No, that should put him over the record.
It does.
There it is, 209 yards. Congratulations. 22 carries, 209 yards, and the Jets. Last year, interesting, in the playoff, Freeman McNeil ran for over 200 yards against the Bengals. Now they know what it feels like to be on the other side.
Clock running with 1:20 left, and Collins tries to add a few more. He's erased the mark, which has stood since 1966, when Jim Nance had a 208-yard game for the Patriots.
There he is. Congratulations with Robert Weathers. And this is the record-breaking carry by Tony Collins. Young man out of East Carolina who replaced Vegas Ferguson here in New England. He was a first-round draft choice. Look at there. Congratulations, young man. Take your offensive line out to dinner. Those are the big guys that deserve the credit. Game that there's no way that any team would rush for that kind of yardage again. And here you see the record-breaking run by Tony Collins. He now stands as player in the record book over, I think it was 209 yards, right? No question, the offensive star of the game, Tony Collins of the New England Patriots. Tony, is today your birthday?
Well, yeah, today was my best day.
Let me tell you what you had, Tony. 23 carries, 210 yards, a New England Patriots single-game rushing record. Tied a record held by Sam Cunningham with 3 touchdowns in a football game. You had 5 runs over 10 yards, 38, 22, 31, 21, and 23. You couldn't have expected to have that kind of day rushing against the New York Jets.
Well, we worked very hard this week on our runs and on our sweeps, and worked very hard. The offensive line came out the ball great. We knew we could run against them, and we knew we had to keep our defense off the field.
Everybody gives credit to you guys, but the guys up front today, they were spectacular, were they not?
Yes, I mean, it was great. It was a great day for us, a great victory for us.
Tony, obviously the emotion in a game certainly has a big part. When you guys take that opening drive and you score on a 38-yard run, obviously for the rest of the day you feel you can run against them.
Yeah, well, we felt we could run against them when we first started off, and you know, all we had to do was our offensive line just keep pushing their defensive line, and we played very well against them, and we're just looking forward to the future.
Tony, congratulations once again. That single-game rushing record, New England Patriots, 23 carries, 210 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's 2 days' work.
Thank you.